Okay, welcome everyone. Snowy day, special meeting for LPEA to discuss our rate tariff. Let's see, I'll go ahead and call the meeting to order, 10:07. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this as we usually do. Let's go ahead and say the Pledge of Allegiance together. I pledge allegiance to
the flag
of the United
States of America,
to
to the republic
for which it
which
stands,
stands one nation under God,
under God,
indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
For all. All right, thank you, everyone. Quick safety moment. And I hope I haven't caught anybody too late for this, but the snow is heavy. Be careful. Take your time when you're shoveling. Don't hurt your back. With that, let's see. Let's go ahead and get the agenda approved. Can I get a motion to accept the agenda?
So moved.
Thanks, John. Joe Lewandowski with a second. Any discussion on the agenda? Seeing none, all in favor of approving the agenda as it stands, please raise your hand and say aye.
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 Are there any opposed or abstentions? Okay, we have an agenda. Let's see if we do have anyone in attendance that wants to make public comment, this would be the time for that. Janelle, can you help me out with that? Do we have anybody online?
I don't see any hands raised as of yet.
Okay, then
But we have 3 online. Yep.
Okay. Well, if anybody who is participating right now wants to have public comment, this would be the time to do so. Okay. Then we'll move past that. First item on the agenda is to move into executive session. Could I get a motion for that? And in that motion, if you'd please suggest what the purpose of executive session is.
I move we go into executive session for the purpose of examining our cost of service study and tariffs.
Thanks, Joe.
I'll second it, Rachel.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion on moving into executive session? Okay, then all in favor of moving into executive session, raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, then executive session. Let's find our link and we'll be back here in a minute or two. Welcome back to public session. We'll give a couple more minutes. Try and look at attendance here.
I think we're missing Dan Huntington.
Oh yeah, Dan probably didn't log into the normal session, if I remember correctly. Didn't we just give him the call in for executive?
He should have both, Ted, but we'll make sure he's got this dial in. We get 2 Ted Comptons on this call.
Yeah, sorry, I'm gonna get rid of the video on one of those, but I'm still running on my phone for audio.
Oh, okay.
2 Teds, that's too many, I think.
Okay, I figured if we got this done quickly, I could avoid the jokes, but we didn't get it done quickly. So we will have some action coming out of executive session. We'll give another minute or so to try and get full attendance. But I also know, Nicole, you had some other comments that you wanted to make coming out of executive session that weren't specifically related to our action.
Yeah, I was just wondering if there was any updated information on the storm, how many meters are still out, and when I've been trying to get information going to our website, I wasn't sure if we could have just like a static banner at the top, because I know if you're out of power and you're seeing about focus groups and resolve to electrify, that's kind of not what you're looking for. I don't know how hard that is to change our website. To have just the most pertinent information right now, I think, which is when the lights will come back on.
You don't know.
Yeah, and Nicole, I can certainly double check that with staff. I don't know that we know some of the ETAs yet, but we'll see if we can get as much posted as we have.
Mm-hmm.
And do we know how many meters are still out? Is that real-time information we can share?
Yeah, we peaked at 16,000 meters out. We're now around 12. So yeah, the restoration work is proceeding as quick as we can, but we're still unfortunately over 10,000.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, just to follow on with that, it's a big deal, but many thanks to everybody who's out there, doing the hard work and getting that done. And we always do a really good job. Let's see, I'm double checking attendance here.
Yeah, we got.
Yep. I
Yeah,
see
Dan's
Dan.
on. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
We
Yeah.
got
Then
two hands raised.
For Kohler.
Yeah, I'm
Just
working
a
with Janelle to try and get them moved over.
Just a
okay,
quick thing, and that is this morning when our power went out, I received a text right away, so communication was good. Just wanted to throw that in there.
Nice.
appreciate the comment, Kohler.
And Ted, I see Dan's hand up.
Oh, sorry. He's over in the attendees. Oh no, I see him
In the main.
both.
Yeah, he's in the main participant list.
Yeah, he's an attendee, and also 1047 is one of our directors. We kind of work on getting them moved over.
Yeah, 1047 is in the main
Okay,
room
yeah,
now.
now they're over. Yep.
Yeah. Okay, I do see Dan's hand in the attendees list, and I want to make sure that if Dan has a comment that we get it. So maybe Dan, verbally, if you can, let us know whether or not you have a comment at this point. Or send us a text.
Okay, can you hear me?
I got you,
Yep.
Dan.
Okay. Yeah, no, I just didn't know if I was going to be able to get out of the attendees.
We got you. We
Portion,
got you in the
no.
main room. Okay, good
Alrighty,
deal.
thank you. Yeah, our power was restored here a little bit, but I've got on the other line is still out. But yeah, I did get notifications. Thank
Awesome.
you.
All right. So then back to agenda and action coming out of executive session. Do we have a motion coming out of our executive session discussion? Nicole.
I'd like to make a motion to approve posting of public notice of proposed changes to rate tariff per policy 364 and open public comment period through the March 2025 regular board meeting.
Thank you, Nicole. Do we have a second for that motion?
Rachel,
Second.
I'll take Rachel's second on that. Any discussion on that motion? Seeing none, we'll go to vote. All in favor then of Nicole's motion, raise your hand and say aye.
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 Is there anybody opposed?
Dan votes yes.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Dan.
Dan.
So
And I
opposed,
think-
anybody?
All I would just say is it looked like we had Kirsten on. She was one of those phone numbers, and she's not here for the vote. just to make a
Okay.
record of that.
Appreciate that. And any abstentions in the room? All right, well, motion passes. Thank you very much, board. So staff will move ahead with getting this tariff information posted, and it will be open for public comment for I guess at least the 30 days. It'll be open for public comment until our next board meeting. I don't have anything else on the agenda for today. Anybody else with final comments before we sign off?
Are we live next week or are we on Zoom?
We're virtual at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, no, great work today. Thanks for spending your time with us, and be careful out there.
Hey, Ted, did you say that we're virtual next week?
I did say that, and I thought I checked that.
Because I think a lot of members have let me know they're gonna show up next week, so I think that's I don't know how it's put out there.
We
I
are in
think we're
person.
scheduled in person.
I thought we were, and I think they think we are.
Somebody from staff help me out there, confirm.
We are in person next week.
Okay,
Typically
Elizabeth, I'll
February.
take your word for that. If anybody heard that on this meeting in the general public, we are actually in person for our board meeting for March. So feel free to come to the office.
Or
February.
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 Yes, it's just in a couple of days in February. That's sorry, everybody. That's why I was mistaken, because I was thinking about our March meeting when we're gonna vote on the tariff, and that one is not in person, but absolutely February in person. Sorry I didn't get to see all of you today, and I'll look forward to seeing you next week. Meeting adjourned. Thank you very much.
Thanks, all. Adios.